Hey folks, JD and Max here, and this is episode 5 of our Gloucester Prison series. And today we're in the kitchen. Now we've heard a lot about the kitchen. Undoubtedly, if you're watching this, you've heard a lot about the kitchen as well. We did capture an SLS anomaly, but more on that a little bit later. What did you think about the kitchen, Max?
I thought the kitchen was one of the most horrible parts of the whole building. It had a really weird vibe to it. My hair literally stood on end while we were in there.
Yeah.
And it's no wonder, really, with the history of it. We do explain in the video, but it is one of the, most gruesome parts of the prison. And, luckily for us, we did catch something in there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what makes it worse, especially for me, is that you've got to walk through the freezers. And they look horrible. They look dank. It's just a really horrible atmosphere in there. And the old extractor fans and some of the old equipment is still left there. So when you walk in, you're greeted with these huge hoods above your head, and it's just very oppressive. It makes you feel very big in a very small place, but in fact, it's huge. You know. But anyway, more on that. Let's go.
So we have just slipped into the kitchen, which is supposed to be one of the most haunted parts of this whole complex. And the reason for that is that, that's the other camera. The reason for that is the gallows were once where we are now, and it's believed with some amount of definitiveness that some of the bodies of people who were lawfully unalive, is that what we can say on YouTube? In here, were buried in this area.
In the kitchen, we were strapped for space, so we set the SLS up on the windowsill. The downside of this meant that when we pressed record, we couldn't see anything on the tablet screen. So if any anomalies were caught, we couldn't see it until the edit. Once I had taken the video off the SLS, sure enough, there was a stick figure, as you can see here to the right-hand side. This stick figure is meant to denote a spirit, an entity of some sort. Now we can see there's a person standing to the left with a torch on, but that person is very much a separate entity to what we are seeing here in the stick figure. I have slowed this video down to make it easier to view. The video next to this will be in its normal speed. As that entity is only there for a couple of seconds, I wanted to look at it properly. Now this could mean one of two things. Either we've caught ourselves a little spirit entity, or this is just a strange anomaly. Either way, I'm really quite happy that it happened in one of the most haunted places in Gloucester Prison, the kitchen.
And now we're going to start there we go. Let's put that on light rays as well. We'll turn the sweet light up. Is there anybody here in this kitchen with us? Is there anybody here? Boy, maybe it said. Well, my name is Max. Over there is Sand. And over there is JD. Can you say any of our names back to us? Again, can you say any of our names back to us? Three? There are 3 of us. No, there are 3 of us. How many of there are you? 9? That was really clear. So if there are 9 of you, can you tell me any of your names? Did anyone else hear it? Oh, hello. Okay. Can you tell us Can you tell us, were any of you the spirits of people who were executed here? I just heard something, but I think it was... must have been another team. Can you name any of the crimes you were executed for? Loud? I don't think you would be executed for being loud. No, can you tell us your names? Again, could you make a noise for us? Not on the box?
Can you touch this meter?
Can you touch any of the boxes on the floor? I think we should try with the radio.
Okay, it hasn't got any batteries.
Oh, okay. Sam, you have batteries, didn't you?
I got battery pack, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
A4 battery, double A's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got those, yeah.
Fabulous. I think... No, I said stop. So, this that I have here is an old-fashioned radio, because they do still exist. And we're going to use it as a spirit box. So we're going to resume our positions away from the EMF, etc. And I'm going to scroll through the channels with this. And we're going to try and use the white noise that it generates, like a regular sort of spirit box that scans through the channels automatically. So if there are any spirits here, we ask that you come towards this machine that I have in my hand. It's a radio, some of you will know what that is. And we ask that you use your energy or your voice to come through here so we can communicate with you. My name is Maxon. Here we have Sand and JD. Can you say any of those names back to us? Can you say anything? Can you make a noise? I think I just heard a fridge coming on.
Can you touch these pods on the floor?
If any of you are able to touch the pods on the floor in front of us, we ask that you do so now. You can keep that going, but someone must have opened a door through here or something, because there is a really cold breeze coming through it. So I'm going to stand by here.
That's a weird noise through that old sewage pipe there.
Huh?
The sewage pipe here started gurgling.
Oh, weird. Now again, if you are here, we ask that you come towards us in some way, come towards the box on the floor, come towards the device in my hand, and if you can, try and speak through it. Well, that is about as successful as the app, I would say.
At least I think the app has been a bit more successful than that, hasn't it?
I would like to go on the other side there again because there was a really strong breeze coming through.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was just...
There's an extractor fan there.
Yeah, but it wasn't on.
No, but I think the flaps are open.
Okay, I'm going to go have a look.
We can have a look. Definitely.
We can leave these here probably, can't we?
I mean...
Yeah, I mean...
I can't leave mine because I need the charge.
Okay.
For the infrared. But should we go and have a look?
Yeah, let's just have a quick look.
Yeah. Let's leave that there.
Oh, that must be you.
Oh, you were far away from that to trigger that.
Yeah, come back again.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Walk in front of it again. Oh.
I don't think it was me, but I think I'm too far away to trigger it.
Could you do that again if that was you?
I think I have to be... Right, I'm going to try...
You've got to be so close to trigger
I'm
it.
going to try and trigger it now. Yeah, see, I have to be right next to it to trigger it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was strange. Maybe it likes it when we turn our backs.
We had our first trigger and we didn't get it on camera.
I know. Well, we would have heard it.
We have heard it, yeah.
Yeah, we would have both been recording where we were.
I'm recording.
Do you want to take some torches in there now that's happened?
Yeah.
And I'll stand in here in the dark?
Yeah, okay.
Because that really appeals to me.
Of course it does, you weirdo. All right, so, like I said, when I was standing where JD is standing now, Sam's coming with me, there was a weird breeze coming. I just want to see what it is. So that could have been from up there.
It says it's an open hatch.
Okay, so for access to top view of the arch, so maybe it was up there. And again, there's windows in here, which it could have been. And I've tried getting through that door and I can't. I've tried getting through the other door. That one's locked as well. So it must... okay, it must have been that. That's the... there's an extractor there. Let's see if we can get through this door. Nope.
I was here earlier, they were all locked.
Huh?
I was in here earlier,
Yeah?
and all these areas are locked.
Yeah, I've tried those as well. Tried that door. That hatch is the other place that breeze could have come through. So, oh, we're up there. So, unfortunately, we have ruled out anything spooky. But I'm going to walk back where Sans walked and just see if it goes off again. I'm going to walk as close to here as I can. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Let me move it. I'm going to move it somewhere and I'm going to go and stand in a darkened room with it.
Cool. Weirdo.
I'm going to put it...
Oh, it's boiling hot here and all my hair has just started to stand up on end. Not particularly.
What's over here?
There's lots of little rooms, they're creepy
There?
rooms. Yeah,
What's
it'll
in
be...
here? Oh. Wow, I don't know what room this is, but I'm going to damn well stand in it. Oh, it looks like it's one of the old refrigerators. Okay, I'm going to put this pod in the centre. Right, I'm on my own now. After putting the EMF pod on the floor, turning it on and then walking away, once you had the initial lights that came on when I turned the EMF pod on, once I stepped back, it had turned itself off, and then it turned itself back on again. I could have tripped it, but as I'm getting further away from it, I don't think that's very likely. So this I'm putting down to another spooky encounter. Okay, I'm going to put this pod in the centre. Right, I'm on my own now. Right, I'm on my own now. Ah, hello. Is there somebody here? I saw that pod went off. Anybody? If you did put that pod on, can you do it again? I'd very much like to see you interact with me. Now, in order to turn it on, you just got to kneel close to it when I can see it and just touch it and it'll go off. If you can touch that for us, that would be amazing. Come down, we're friends. We just want to have a conversation. There's nothing that we would like more than if we could have a little conversation with you. But I quite understand if you don't want to. So I'm going to walk out of the room and I'm going to leave you in there with a camera.
So I'm going to come over here and I don't think we can quite get all of that in. Now, I would like you to make this pendulum move if we're standing over somebody's grave. But you have to do a really big swing to compensate for the movement of me naturally moving along here. So is there anything here? Felt like you wanted to start going about here. Again, this might not work, but something is making that move a little bit here. Don't know if you can see it, but I can feel it kind of...
Get a bit closer.
I can feel it sort of trying to tug, which is weird.
Okay.
So if you can...
Which way is it trying to tug? Is it towards the middle?
I'm not sure. It feels like it's trying to be heavy on one side, but it can't be heavy on one side because it's balanced. But let's...
If the kitchen was built on top of graves,
Yeah.
then to me that would mean that the greatest concentration of graves would be towards the centre of the new building.
Yeah, let's come over here. So again, you'll have to give it a big swing because I'm making it move from walking. Oh look, there's a little picture of Bob Ross up there. Oh,
Did I move?
did you like it when I talked about that photo of Bob Ross that's stuck up there?
It's Bob Ross.
It is, isn't it? No? You didn't? It's weird. It feels like there's a magnet in it, but I don't know where that magnet is going to or from.
Okay.
But you can feel kind of the pull of it, which is really strange. I feel like it's going to sort of like stand out like a dowsing rod or something and move where I've not felt it move like this before, but it's not showing any movement, so let's keep having a wander. Oh. Unfortunately, we can't document quantifiable feelings. Those things that we're hearing probably from A or B wing or the chapel. Again, if you could move this pendulum.
Hello.
When I'm standing over
You're all right.
a burial site. If it is true that people were buried where this kitchen is being built.
Any news?
No, but it does just have that odd feeling to it. But again, that's not something that we can document. crew's coming in here because that's what the door's open. I don't think this little experiment of mine is working.
What experiment are you doing?
I'm hoping that it's going to start swinging when we're over a body.
Okay.
I think that's just me moving it.
Okay.
I think. Let's say stop. Yeah, not enough to prove it to me.
This has been quite cool. Should we move on to the next place?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it's midnight.
Okay, yeah. Let's